DeBoer will be next on the call today. The Crimson Tide are open this week prior to hosting LSU next Saturday, November 8th. To ask a question for Coach, please use the raise hand function. And while we wait on those questions, Coach, if you could take a moment to comment on your team as you go through this open date.
Yeah, you bet. Proud of the guys, just the way we found a way to win on Saturday, and much needed bye week for us right now. Guys are utilizing it the right way and looking forward to being fresh, having a week this week and going to next week's prep for LSU.
First, we have Charlie Potter of Bama Online.
Yeah, hey, Coach. Just wanted to see if you had an update on guys like Isaiah Horton and Latsir Brooks and maybe the early outlook for them for next week.
Yeah, I expect those guys to be ready to go for LSU. So Lottie was especially rolling out there today and making good progress. And Isaiah just got digged up in the first half there of the game. And, he's making good progress too, but I'd expect the both of them to be ready for LSU.
Next is Joe Gaither of Bama Central.
Hey, Coach, good morning. I'd like to get your assessment on the running game of the last couple of weeks, especially as it pertains to the interior of the offensive line.
Yeah, I think it's the whole group. It's not just one person or one part of it. It's the whole group. It's a different piece. Not being consistent and doing what they got to do every single play. There's good reps and then there's ones where we struggle. We got to be better. I think it's just also being in sync with our running backs and them, giving us something too, on the back end, and whether that's falling ahead to yards or breaking tackles. I think it's a full group effort. A lot goes on the offensive line, obviously, but we just got to keep working, keep getting better.
Next is Kalen Gay of the Tuscaloosa News.
Hey, Kalen, just kind of along the same lines as Charlie's question, but do you have an update on Quay Russaw, his status moving forward? Is he progressing or where's he at?
Yeah, he's doing really good on a timeline that we had hoped or maybe even a little bit of ahead, but don't know exactly what that's going to be. We're not quite there yet, but he's making great progress. And, you can see just even in his face, he's feeling good about the direction it's going and can't wait to get back out there.
And obviously you said that Jamarian Latham is going to miss the rest of the year, but I'm curious about the impact that you've seen him make being around the program, especially after an injury like the one he suffered.
With DeBoer, with Jamarian Latham?
Yeah, Jamarian, yes.
Yeah, no, he's out there today cheering the guys on, and just like those guys that we talk about that are on the field that bring great energy. There's so much respect for Jamarian, and you see that and how important it is for him for us to be successful. So yeah, he's out there cheering us on and helping other guys out, looking at the calls, and he's engaged, even understanding his circumstances.
Thanks.
Yep.
Next is Kennington Smith of the Associated Press.
Morning, Coach DeBoer. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. You too.
This isn't your first year with Ryan Grubb, obviously, but this is his first year at Alabama. You also have a first-year starting quarterback in Ty Simpson. How have you seen those two build a relationship with each other, and how have each of them positively impacted the offense this year?
Yeah, there's a relationship that exists, where you just enjoy hanging out, and I think that continues to grow. And what adds to it is the experiences that they've gone through. The moments that they've fought together and been on the same page and come through and had success. It's just a great room that we have there with the quarterbacks, and it involves those two. It involves Nick Sheridan. who does an amazing job, along with the other two guys who are so supportive with Austin and Kalen. And so, yeah, their relationship and just the way they communicate, it becomes more and more efficient. There's reps that they can refer to now because of their experiences together, where Coach Grubb can say something and Ty can quickly understand, what the meaning is and what the expectation is and how we should execute when that moment comes up the next time.
Next, we have Joseph Goodman of AL.com.
Kalen, have a fun off-week Halloween-related question for you. Are you familiar with the movie Friday the 13th?
I'm familiar with it. It's been a long time.
Okay, so you know who Jason is.
Yeah.
Hockey mask, all that. On the NIL market, who would have more value, Jason or a werewolf?
I don't think I'm that educated on the movie to understand. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you.
Just name one.
Just name one. I mean, I suppose Jason. You said name one. I don't have a reason for why I'm saying that though.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
You bet.
Next, we have Steve Moulton, WZZN.
Well, Coach, I promise no werewolf questions, but I wanted to ask progression-wise in the program of finding a way to win in the cleanup from South Carolina, because I would argue that game may have been an L last year instead of a win. Where do you think progression-wise your program is right now, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you that, you never know. I mean, guys make plays, but I think the thing you saw on the sideline was still a belief and a fight, and everyone, having some energy which is going to lead to giving you a chance to win. And so we just needed better execution at times, and unfortunately, it took us a while to get there in certain phases of the game, and we made enough plays though to keep it at arm's length and make the drive at the end there to tie it, and the 2-point conversion is ready. Some of it is too. I think about the plays at the end, whether it's the first touchdown, the second touchdown, or everything that led up to it. There's just concepts and things that we executed on both sides of the ball that we've just had so many repetitions of, whether it's been something we've shown on film and actually done. That might not be the case, but we've had enough repetitions in practice to where there's a confidence when we lined up, for example, to run the 2-point conversion. Our guys didn't flinch. There was no one that had to think about, okay, what's my job on this play? We've never run this. They've repped it so many times that they just went out there and executed. And it's something no one has seen here, at least recently, to prep for. So, this banked reps leads to confidence, which leads to execution, especially in the critical times. But we just kept applying pressure, and we understand that's what we got to do. But yeah, you might be right. I think, I compared a little bit with someone else. Someone brought up the Vanderbilt game a year ago where we had a drive going down the field and we ended up turning it over, but that drive could have been a chance to win the game. And, that was similar to this last week where we would have had a chance, and, we got an unfortunate bounce off of one of our players on the punt return. And, that set the opponent up, and South Carolina scored a touchdown, but we didn't flinch. We came back and kept playing ball.
There is a belief, and this is why I want to get your thoughts on it, that Ty was just off just a bit. How would you characterize how Ty played as a whole in that game Saturday, Coach?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know that you can look at just one thing. I mean, his completion percentage. I mean, he's an accurate passer and really accurate, and his standard is extremely high relative to others. And so, that alone right there is an indication that, for one reason or another, we weren't hitting, as clean and as efficient as we like to, and of course that always falls on the quarterback, it always does. But, there's other ways we could have helped him. He can protect a little bit better. You can run a route a little bit better, and you can catch the ball a couple more times on those balls that were catching contact. So, it's a full unit, and it does fall on Ty. And, But he, again, made plays down the stretch, and he battled. And if there was anyone that believed, it was him. And that, was certainly something our team felt. And that's why they kept playing until the very end.
Coach, we'll finish you up with Katie Wyndham of Bama Central.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, Kalen, with LSU making changes on their coaching staff, just kind of how has that had to change y'all's preparation over these next 2 weeks with facing LSU?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just the one side of the ball, with the offensive coordinator position on their end. And so, just understanding you might get some different looks and different tendencies, things like that. So, those players are out there, and we understand how talented they are. They got a lot of juice, a lot of speed, a lot of playmakers. So, we gotta be at our best. And seen teams that come together, I've seen teams that fall apart. We can't worry about that because we don't control that piece. We can just control who we are, and we got to continue to get better on our end.
Thank you.
Yep.
Coach, thank you.
Yep.